everything could change in your life in 2 weeks' time. This video is for you if you feel like there are circumstances in your life that maybe have been there for a long time or just seem unchangeable, impossible, or like when is it going to change? Can it change? Things can change for you in a really short amount of time. I've experienced this, and so I want to give you words of encouragement in this video. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliet Cleary, I'm a manifestation coach, and if you're new here and you like the content, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more. To work with me or for my free audio training, that information is in the description box below for you. In the quantum field, right, there is no time. There is no time. So therefore, for you to get something that you want, a reality that exists in the quantum field right now as a potential, right here and now, you don't need time. Time is not, necessary. There is not a certain amount of time that needs to happen. Sometimes for your specific situation, like, maybe if you want to lose like 50 kilos or whatever, maybe that would, the path of least resistance is a bit of time for that to come off. But in general, you don't need a specific amount of time to get what you want. It is only us that place the limitations on our desires and goals. And so we place this limitation of time. When in the quantum field, where your reality and desire exists, there is no time. And if you take the shortcut, instead of, like Joe Dispenza says, going matter to matter, of just action alone, trying to get what you want, trying to make it happen, right? If you do it through quantum, like through the quantum field, so you're doing it through practicing the emotions that match your future instead of your past, you're meditating and you're accessing the subconscious mind, you're accessing the quantum field. Like if you're doing it that way, right, you're getting into alignment through your thoughts and your emotion with your desire, then there is no time, okay? The time could be a few hours. It could be a couple of weeks, it could be a few weeks or a few months, right? Still, that's very, very fast for some of the things that we want. So when you do it that way, it's not about time. So this video I wanted to make just to remind you that if you're in a situation right now where things have been the same for a while, it doesn't mean that things can't be different. And it does not mean that change is not right around the corner, because it always is right around the corner. It's always a potential in the field right here and now. It is a frequency that exists. It is a desire that exists right here and now. It is real, it is done, right? It is always available to you, always accessible to you. But what frequency are you on? So keep doing the work. Keep showing up for yourself every single day, even if things haven't changed around you yet, because there will be that little transition period where you can't see it. It's in the unseen, right? It's in the unseen. It's in the unknown. Neville Goddard talks about how you cannot experience it with your senses yet, but it's there and it's real. So you need to use your emotion to tap into it, right? So, okay, we just kind of have to let the reality, the 3D outer reality, the physical world be what it is right now, knowing that it can change at any moment. And I want you to put your attention on people's stories where they talk about this and having this experience, because I've had this experience where I was in the same situation for years, where I was at a point where I was like, I don't know how this is going to change, how this is going to work out, when this is going to change, how it could possibly be as I want it to be. I don't know. But I wasn't putting much of my attention there. I was putting my attention on practicing the emotions in any way that I could on any subject of my future, the emotions that match my future, and therefore taking the shortcut to my desires. And I had a big life transformation in about 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks prior or 2 weeks prior for a lot of the things, my life looked the same. Everything was as usual. But because I didn't freak out or react to that, and I'm just like, I'm on this journey and I'm just having fun, I'm just appreciating, I'm going with the flow, and I'm not, I'm not sweating the small stuff as much now, and I'm not complaining as much now, and I'm meditating, I'm showing up for myself every single day no matter what. I know it'll happen eventually. You know, it's in the quantum field, it's done. It's gonna happen eventually. I'm just gonna show up for myself today anyway. I'm gonna practice, you know, feeling better. So I'm doing that. And 3 weeks later, massive manifestations, healings, new relationship, you know, new partner, losing weight, you know, skin improving, like all these different things were happening. A lot of like physical healings at that time. And if I had freaked out 3 weeks prior and just been like, well, this doesn't work, and I'll just stop meditating, I'll just stop doing the work, I'll stop appreciating, I'm just going to focus, going back to focusing on my old patterns, my old problems, doing what I used to do and feeling how I used to feel. And I just stayed in that reaction and I stopped showing up and I stopped doing the work, I would not have had that experience 3 weeks later, right? So I want to remind you, or it just would have been pushed further, right? Because it's always there, but you just keep pushing it further. So I want to remind you that even if you can't see it right now, if you are feeling any kind of improvement in your emotional state, or even if you're not, keep going. Just keep going, and focus on other people's stories who have gone through this, and it'll make you feel like, okay, all I have to do is keep doing the work, keep improving on my emotional state, keep practicing the emotions of my future and less of the emotions of my past, keep meditating, keep showing up, just keep doing the work. And I know I'm going to get to where I want to be. There is so much evidence of people's stories and spiritual teachers talking about this. I'll get there. I know it's there. So, because sometimes you've shifted onto that timeline, like I've said in other videos, like you've shifted onto that new timeline, but the physical things haven't had enough time to change in a big way yet. So you have to trust in your vision. You have to hold that faith and surrender to the unknown, like what Joe Dispenza says, surrender into the unknown, and just go with the flow and keep showing up, keep doing the work. Because again, you could have shifted onto a new timeline and you just don't realize it yet. And in 2 weeks' time, you could have an enormous shift or change. And I've seen this in other people's lives as well. And you just couldn't have predicted it. So keep showing up. This works. So don't hold back. Keep going all in with the work. And the work is to feel better. It's not to struggle. It's not to try and figure this all out. It's to feel better and practice the emotions of your future. Get more into alignment, your natural superpower, your superhuman state. Okay, my loves, thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you or inspired you, make sure to share it with someone else and comment down below letting me know what you thought. Give this video a thumbs up so it can reach more people, and subscribe if you haven't already. To work with me, that information's in the description box below for you. Have a magical day. Your future is awaiting you, and I'll see you on the next one.